All right, guys, from Miami, we got Blake Harris. We're going to talk asset protection. Very important thing to have these days, right?
I certainly think so. In a world where litigation is pretty much a badge of success, if you are successful enough in the United States, you can expect to be sued. Asset protection is very important.
Yeah, I used to have the belief that if you were successful and you did good business, you wouldn't get sued.
That's a very common misconception. And I have heard that before. Oh, I don't need asset protection. I'm an upstanding business person. Well, you may be an upstanding business person, but the person who you just signed a 3-year contract with may not be. They may use the legal system, they may weaponize it against you, and you don't want to be unprepared.
Yeah. Seems like these days it's very weaponized. I don't know if it's always been like that with the legal system.
It, I think, is happening more lately. I've been getting more calls from people who are involved in politics some ways, not necessarily politicians, but in some way commentators or in the media. And they're concerned that if they are sued, they're going to get a jury that finds against them, not because they've done anything wrong, but because someone disagrees with their political beliefs
Hmm.
or you've done something else to upset someone, even if there's not a legitimate claim. Simply having to defend a lawsuit is going to be a very expensive and time consuming process.
Right.
And what ends up happening is a lot of people who, even if they've done nothing wrong, they end up paying settlement because it's just cheaper to pay a settlement than it is the cost and the time associated with trying to defend a case.
Yep.
And what ends up happening is we see people who become victims of what I call legal extortion. They're just paying out these settlements because it's cheaper to pay something out than it is to actually deal with fighting it.